Next, our hand strikes. Most styles of karate are mostly hands. Taekwondo and whatnot, they're mostly kicks. The karate that we do here is about 50-50. Lots of hands, lots of feet, and people can choose what works best for them. Okay? Try them all and figure out what works for you. We also do jiu-jitsu stuff separately, but the striking is about half and half, hands and feet. And I just want to show you 4 of our strikes and 4 of our blocks, which we also call strikes. The first one is our punch. When we punch, we use these 2 knuckles, just like almost everybody does for our basic punch, the front of those 2 big knuckles. And our fist is a little bit different than other places. For our fist, we curl up the bottom 3 fingers and we hide, nice and tight, hide those fingernails. You should not be able to see my fingernails. But then the pointer finger, if you can see, I just bend it. And that's the fingernail. You can see my fingernail. She's got my fingernails. And then the thumb goes over the top. So it looks like that. And we punch with the front of the knuckles. Other people make a fist like this. I did Isshin-ryu karate growing up, and Isshin-ryu makes their fist with the thumb on top, and they punch up and down. There's different ways of thinking of different things, but the way that we do it, we like that index finger extended under the thumb, helps with energy transfer, makes a nice solid fist, and we usually punch 45 degrees. Some places punch all the way over, some Isshin-ryu punches up and down. We never have our thumb on the inside though. Sometimes we have kids and people that try to punch with their thumb on the inside. Maybe it feels more comfortable, but you can really hurt your thumb. You can really hurt your own thumb if you actually hit something like this. So always on the outside. We tell the kids, thumbs are like wild animals. Keep them outside. Keep them outside. Okay. Again, this is our fist. And one thing we aim for is the solar plexus. Up here is my sternum. Protects my organs hiding behind them. Down here is my stomach muscles. Okay, if you do enough crunches and ab work, that also protects your organs. But right in between this little triangle, there's a soft spot right in here. And it doesn't feel great. And it doesn't matter how many sit-ups you do. Okay, it's a little triangle of vulnerability called the solar plexus. And when we make a 45-degree punch, it kind of, the ribs go like this, and it kind of sneaks in right under the ribs, right into that triangle. Okay, if I punch up and down and I don't want to hit the sternum, I might get low enough that the stomach muscles start protecting the guy. If I punch sideways, I'm going to hit the ribs, trying to get to the solar plexus. So the 45 degrees sneaks it in there nice. Okay, and we're just going to step and punch, and then we're going to do uppercuts. And it's not a Rocky Balboa video game obvious uppercut. It's just a jab with your hand turned up. Pretty straight line. Not a big looping thing. Okay, big looping thing will hurt you if it hits you, but you see it coming, so it's not going to. It's just a quick little pop. And our hand is up because we're trying to get under the jaw, under the nose, something where it'll catch, okay, and not bounce off. Punches, uppercuts, and then we're going to do a chop and a palm strike. Palm strike is kind of like a high five. Yay, nice job. Except instead of coming from up here and being all friendly, it comes from the armpit, the shoulder, and goes straight. Hitting with the heel of the palm, again, up under the jaw, the nose, whatever, the temple, if they're turned sideways, different choices. You can also do palm strikes down low to the groin. It's oriented a little differently. Okay, we're going to stick with the head ones for today. And the chop, outside-inside chop is what we call it. We start on the outside of our body like we're listening to something, and we swing our arm across to the inside. We start on the outside, and we head toward the inside, and we're chopping with either this part, fingers are together and tight to make this muscle tighten up, either hitting with that part or the bone. You can hit with this bone right here, depending on what you're aiming for. That's kind of mean. This is also mean. Okay, like you're showing me something. hand is up. We tell the kids it's a pizza strike like they're showing me a piece of pizza. Outside inside chop is what we actually call it. And you can go diagonally down into the neck. There's lots of vulnerable points which we'll get into on the neck. You can go across to the temple, okay? And you can go to the groin, you can go different places. But outside inside starts on the outside, goes to the inside. And we're gonna use some of those with our front stance steps, the circle steps that we did in the other module. So, let's just try. I think this looks like your right foot is back. Hands are up. We're in our front stance. We're just going to step forward and punch. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we can go backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uppercut is next. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Then palm strike. 1, 2. We twist our hips and torque our body to shoot out our hand. 3 and 4. And you can do ki and stuff to make it stronger if you want. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the last one for now is our outside inside chop. We're going to step forward and twist. Step forward and twist. 3 and 4. 1, 2. The power comes from everywhere. 3, 4. And back. Next. That's how we can strike someone. We can also protect ourselves from someone trying to strike us. And I'd like to do 4 of those as well. First, a low strike. A low strike. Someone's trying to attack us down low. Maybe it's a front kick, maybe it's a low punch, something like that. There are many other things that the low strike can be doing, but the most obvious would be to keep something from hitting us. And this isn't going to do it. It's still going to get us. So we reach across our body, like you're grabbing your seatbelt in your car in the back seat, or wherever, and you slide down your body, and you click it into the seatbelt thing. Except you don't go back here. In front of your knee. We're protecting as much as we can, and we do not need to keep going because this is not protecting anything important anymore. It's just exposing us to the next thing. So, protect what you need to protect, but stop when it's okay to stop. Okay? If I'm using my other hand, I reach across and go. Low strikes. Okay? Then we're going to do outside inside closed fist. Like that chop that we did. Pretend you're slamming a door. You're going to grab the door and slam it. We're using our arm to slam a punch or whatever it is out of the way. With that twist, using your whole body, not just your arm. 2 more. High strike. High strike, we bring our hands over here, and something's trying to get us up here, and we want to stop it. It's coming toward us, so we're going to go away from us. We're going to go up our body, and away. The Superman approach. Up, and away. And we don't keep going for the same reason. We just protect what we need to protect. My arm is bent because this protects more area than trying to stop it with my hand or something. Plus, if you practice and you do it right, you can actually hurt the thing that's trying to hurt you. Okay? Other side, same idea. Cross your body, go up and away. High strike. Low strikes down low, high strikes up high. Outside to inside can be different levels, but we're doing it at the mid-center middle level. And then one more. Just like our outside-inside chop, we can stop a hammer fist, something coming down on top of us. We can also move. We learn lots of different things. We're sticking with some basic stuff today. I can step in and use my open hand to stop it. And when we do that, my fingers are tight and it tightens up the edge of my arm. So that's what I use. When I make a fist, it tightens up the top of my arm. So that's what I use. And you will see some of us, after we stop them, we will then cut into them and turn our hand afterwards. But we're not hitting with the edge when we're in a fist. We're hitting with the edge when our hand is open and the top when our hand is closed. Because structurally, we're stronger that way. That's a lot to think about, I know, but it doesn't hurt to hear it. Okay, so closed fist high strike, up, up, and away. Open hand high strike, like it's really bright and you're trying to not look at the sun directly. Okay. My legs, my base is what makes my frame strong. Okay. I'm not just standing like this and trying to stop stuff. I'm using my whole body to be strong. And we're going to stick in a strike with this. Let's try it. First one is going to be a low strike, stay there and punch. We call it a reverse punch because it's the backhand now, or a straight punch when it's the front hand like we did a minute ago. So I'm going to step forward, put my seatbelt on, and stay there and punch. 2 knuckles to the solar plexus. 2, 3, low strike, punch. 4. We can go backwards too. The front hand is the one that protects us. 1, because it's closer and faster, and then the back hand is stronger to get them back. 2, low strike, punch. 3, 4. And you can ki in whatever you want to do to make it stronger. Next, slam in the door. Put your hand by your ear, step forward and slam it. And we're going to do a palm strike. Slam it, palm strike. Slam the door, outside, inside strike. Oh, and palm strike. Sorry, forgot the palm strike. Slam it, palm strike. And one more, 4. 1, 2, 3. Knock their hand across and get them before they can recover. 4. And the last one, we're going to open hand high strike like you're blocking the sun with an uppercut. No, with an outside inside chop. 1, open hand, outside inside chop. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the last one is our closed fist high strike, up, up, and away with an uppercut. 1, maybe it's a hook punch or something you're stopping, and then get them before they can recover. 2, 3, 4. And backwards. 1, plant that foot, brace yourself, and launch it. 2, 3, 4. And step back to ready stance. Attention and bow. 4 strikes first, and then 4 strikes after a protective thing. There's more, there's a lot more, but those basic 4 will get you far. And if you can coordinate the moving with the striking, it'll help you feel more comfortable in class.